Americans are concerned about COVID and a number of challenges facing our nation. Only 27% of likely U.S. voters think the country is headed in the right direction. Now, according to a new Rasmussen poll, so what do we tell people? How can we start this new year off with faith playing a more central role dealing with the pressures we face? For this week's Faith in America segment, we get some guidance in strengthening our faith in the new year ahead. Joining us now is the Archbishop of New York, Timothy Cardinal Dolan. Sir, welcome to the program.
Carl, a blessed new year to you and our loyal viewers. How's Tom? I understand he's under the weather, huh?
Yeah, unfortunately, Tom, in an abundance of precaution, has not been here today for health reasons, but he will be back. So I appreciate you asking, sir. It means a lot. I'm sure it means a lot to him as well.
Pass on my regards, please, Carl.
I certainly will.
And thanks for the invitation to be on. I really appreciate your topic and your book, by the way.
Oh, thank you very much. Thank you. So, Cardinal, a lot of folks, they're reconnecting with their faith in the New Year's resolution phase. They said, look, maybe I slipped away during some of the isolation. I want to come back to it. How can we get back in touch with our faith? How can we get back to the church? How can we get back after so much isolation for the last year? How do we rebuild that relationship with God?
I got good news for you, Carl. It's the easiest thing in the world to do. If we learn anything in the Bible, is the simpler and the more humble, the better. We don't have to go through a lot of words and verbiage and technicalities with the Lord. All we have to do is say, "Dear God, I need you. Dear God, I love you. Dear God, I've drifted from you. Dear God, I want to come back." We have a God of second chances. And we have a God, we're all babies. The Italians have a great phrase, siamo tutti bambini, when it comes to God. We're all babies. And we can talk like a child to the Lord and say, dear God, I don't understand you. And boy, I sure know I'm unworthy to approach you, but I love you and I need you. I need you. I need you. And the Lord listens to that and we're back on the right track. And thank God, New Year's is a time of resilience, resolution, and to reconnect with our faith has got to be one of the highest priorities.
Yeah. Well, during the Pope's message, he talked about marriage. And now there's some corners that our politics have kind of blurred the edges a little bit. They've kind of, in some people's mind, diminished the importance of actual marriage itself. Now, COVID and other stresses in society made it kind of hard for a lot of couples. We had a lot of me time and a lot of together time over this pandemic. But the Pope said the most important words in a marriage are please, thanks, and sorry. Talk to us about that and being humble in your relationship.
Yeah, you're right. When I was a newly ordained parish priest, Carl, I had the benefit of a great pastor, Monsignor Cornelius Flavin, and he would always say to couples that he married, here are the 6 words you need. I love you, and I am sorry. He said, you use those 6 words a lot, and you're in good shape. By the way, those are 6 words to use, great words and effective words to use with the Lord as well. So the Pope is right, as is your apprehension, Carl, that you just expressed. Marriage and children are 2 things that seem to be in jeopardy today. Fewer and fewer people are making the lifelong, life-giving, loving commitment to marriage. And even those that do seem to be afraid of bringing children in the world. You probably covered a week or so ago when Pope Francis as well spoke about his worry about Italy. He was speaking about his beloved Italy. He's Bishop of Rome, after all. And he said, more people die in Italy than are born. And he said, we're entering a demographic deep freeze. And he said, not only would babies be necessary for the continuation of the human race, babies are necessary for our self-fulfillment, the generosity, the love, the sacrifice, and the sharing for which we were made. So the Pope's on target as usual.
Yeah, I'm glad you agree with that. So people continue to be shocked, though, by the increase of the violent crime in our cities, defund the police movement, certain prosecutors getting a lot of pushback now. How much of what we're seeing do you attribute to the fact that people over the last, not just the last year, but the last 10 years, have moved a little bit away from faith and embraced more worldly things that may not have such a positive outcome?
The drift from God, and sometimes it's more than a drift, it's a gallop, is, in my mind, the basic reason for all the woes that we see today, whether it be crime, whether it be family tension, you name it. And here's here's the scoop here, Carl. What is the first of the 10 commandments? I am the Lord thy God. Don't have strange gods before me. We got strange gods before us now, and most of the time they're ourselves. When society and culture taunt us to believe that we are gods, we are in charge of everything. Everything revolves around us. We deserve constant entitlements and worship. When we believe that, well, then you're going to shadow. You're going to shatter a window at Saks and take everything. You're going to shoot somebody who might get in your way. You're going to abort a baby that is inconvenient. You're going to want to end the life of grandma who's proved to be, quote, a burden. No, we are not God. There is a God, and it ain't I. Okay. But we are tempted to believe that it is. That's a violation of the first commandment. And that leads to everything wrong that we see today. That's why, Carl, if you listen to the secularists, they would have you believe that religion is toxic for society. It, of course, is just the opposite. Religion is the glue, the cohesion, the nobility, the dream, the aspiration, the tempering factor on raw emotions. Religion and faith is what makes culture potent. We got a culture of entitlement, selfishness, and no religion. No wonder we got the crisis that we see every day.
And the instant gratification of social media, it goes to the praise thing that you were talking about. Cardinal Timothy Dolan, what an honor to have you on, sir. Happy New Year. Thank you very much for your positive message as always.
A blessed one. Invite me back. I enjoy being with you. Thanks.
Anytime. You're always welcome.
You just watched Newsmax TV, America's fastest growing cable news channel, now in more than 70 million homes. You can get Newsmax TV on your cable system or check your cable guide. And if your system doesn't carry Newsmax, call them, tell them you want Newsmax TV, because we're real news for real people.